that heals me. Got to see that's how I dream to be.
I dream I move,
I move,
I dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
I wanna be like Mike.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
Be like Mike.
be like Mike,
Oh,
be like Mike. Yeah, I try, just need to fly.
just one day if I could be that way. I dream I move,
Dream I groove, like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
I wanna be like
like Mike. If I could be like Mike,
Oh, be like Mike.
like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
Hello there, stranger. Welcome to Like Mike. My name is Mike Ponick, if that wasn't obvious enough. Anyways, in tonight's show, I'll be feeding you some food for thought, giving you some words of wisdom, and folks, you're lucky enough to get to enjoy my rant. And also in tonight's show, we'll have special guest Chad Ponick, who's my cousin. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communication. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communication.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't get the boom in the shot.
blown it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
Now, I got some interesting information for you guys. You all know about the donut-loving cop stereotype, right? In Newport Richey, Florida, police arrested a man accused of posing as a U.S. Marshal to get a discount at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, midlife crisis victim Charlie Berry frequently visited his local Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru and flashed his father's U.S. Marshal ID to get a sweet discount on his daily morning donut fix. Now, I sounded very southern right there. But when the suspicious store manager was shown a .38 caliber revolver, he wrote down Mr. Berry's tag number and called the real 5-0 who came in a few days later to set up surveillance cameras. That was to catch the donut jelly red-handed. Now, Charlie was charged for impersonating a law officer and improper exhibition of a firearm. Now, here's a quick tip for you, Charlie. Don't think you can order a maple bacon donut in a pig's uniform. That's cannibalism. A new study from the Behavioral Neuroscience Center at Connecticut College claims that Oreo cookies are as addictive as cocaine. Similar to the exposure of drugs, the Oreo cookies activated multiple neurons in the brain's pleasure center of test rats, directing them back to sniff out for more of that white-filling goodness. However, it has only been tested on rats. So, to help the FDA to despite the DEA to prove that Oreos are A-OK, I will prove that Oreos will not have the same addictive effect on people. Now, do you guys do this at home? As you see, these cookies are perfectly normal. I have to point out, though, that Coke would not taste great with a glass of milk. And you know what rhymes with Coke? Broke. At least these magical sandwich cookies aren't costing me an arm and a leg per gram. And I don't have to be afraid of my Oreo dealer who always asks how my day is going. And I say, it's going great. There's the irresistible white filling. Oh, fucking God. It's pretty addicting. I'm sorry, folks. Can we get the producer out here? There's no more Oreos. There's no more god freaking Oreos. I don't have any back here in my chest. Oh, fuck. Where are my Oreos? Please disregard that. Oreos. Earth's favorite mouth-titillating milk submergible cookie. Ouch. Alright, you guys. Sorry about that, folks. It seems I have failed my experiment, and my hypothesis was wrong. But I do have a theory for you guys. These little suckers are irresistible because of the grain called wheat in which it contains. An overconsumption of wheat in your daily diet can not only increase the fat in your belly, but may harm your health in what they call wheat addiction. About 50%, now that's half, of America's average diet consists of wheat or gluten products. Scientists say that it fires in the brain quite similarly to heroin. No wonder bread. Most of Americans are overweight. Wheat addiction is such an issue that according to Charlotte Mecklenburg police reports, a North Carolina mother called police and had her son arrested for stealing her Pop-Tarts. She fingered her own son, who was just a minor, who is now a convicted criminal. Neighbors snickered when they first heard an arrest had been made over Pop-Tarts. The boy was placed under juvenile arrest and was charged with misdemeanor larceny. He stayed in jail overnight where he was served tap water and slices of, well, you guessed it, Wonder Bread. A Charlotte reporter from NBC waited at the mother's front door for an interview, but the Pop-Tarts had a few questions of their own. What does the fox say?
The fox say. What the fox say?
Sorry about that, guys. In tech news, there's a new app out there, my friends, and it's called Leftover Swap. The new app allows you to barter or give away leftover food. The app was launched in August of 2013, giving users the ability to snapshot and add a description of their fateful dish, Craigslist style, which could then be served cold on an unloadable local map, rendering their chat feature useless. Well, I guess one man's leftovers is another man's chatless map rendering. You know what I mean. Though, I did get lucky, my friends.
The final frontier.
I boldly scavenged where no man has scavenged before, on what I call a starved trek. Many minutes went by as my Wi-Fi count diminished. I then found myself swiping my way through a now loadable map of Los Angeles.
To seek out new life,
The city
new
map
civilization.
was stuffed with hordes of leftovers, like a Charlie Manson's meatloaf and a blowtorched honey-baked ham. Yummy. My eyes gazed at a buffet of swappable leftovers, allowing me to anonymously reply to a potential food dealer. Available in the Apple App Store, it's geocaching for the foodless. Just a little food for thought. Anyways, we'll be right back with my friend, special guest, Chad Ponick.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communication. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communication.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't get the boom in the shot.
Blowing it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
Welcome back to Like Mike. Many people think they're cool, but are they cool enough to admit something that isn't cool is actually really cool? If they are, then that is cool. But if not, there are a few things these people need to get straight. This is a special segment, Chad's Fads. Welcome, Chad. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me on the
Flowers. Did you say your show?
show. I did.
Oh, you did.
That's cute.
That is cute. Oh. So, I dedicate this song to you.
Thank you. It's great. It's
Just
beautiful.
kidding. Okay.
All right.
So, Chad, I didn't see you for Thanksgiving this year.
I did not go.
You were not invited?
I was.
You were, but you didn't go. I mean, at least I invited you here on this show. Just so we can get a few things straight. It's just to measure how cool you think certain items are. And what are these items?
Well, first of all, I'm pretty cool.
That indeed.
So, therefore, do you know how I got here today?
Bus?
No. Not a bus. Most people, they get here on their cars or their bicycles or their cruise ships.
Mm-hmm.
Not me. I got here on my Razor scooter.
Razor scooters.
We all remember those things in the 90s. You know how it is, mobbing down the strip, getting hit on by all the chicks in your shiny silver Razor scooter. Well, I would personally ignore those cootie-infested girls by bumping a little bit of R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, I remember that guy. I
Yeah.
mean, he gets a pretty bad rep nowadays, just because some of his music, as if it is the music to Zeus himself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's to say the least, Mike. R. Kelly has had many groovy singles, such as the party favorites, Ignition Remix, and Bump and Grind. But my personal favorite, from one of my personal favorite movies, is I Believe I Can Fly from Space Jam.
I believe I can fly.
Me too.
You know,
Oh.
speaking of Space Jam, another supposedly uncool thing that literally tastes like heaven in liquid form, Shirley Temples. Do you remember we used to have those during Thanksgiving?
Used to.
Used to, yeah, and then you stopped coming,
Oh.
you know.
All right.
Well, I wish we had some Shirley Temples right now. I'd take a nice sip of one, you know?
Or not. Well, do you know what goes great with Shirley Temples, Mike?
No, I do not.
Well, you guessed it. Pokemon. Pokemon was a very popular game and television show when we were kids. This is a game in which make-believe animals have magical powers. And
Powers.
They have powers and powers to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many people as they got older thought it was childish. Well, those people are wrong. Because there was a recent poll that showed, this is accurate too, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
It showed that 90% of people think that Pokemon is a hell of a lot better than the bee's knees.
Than the bee's knees.
That
Than the
makes-
Beedrill's knees.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does make sense. I loved the crystal version of Pokemon. Pokemon
I'm a
series,
Fire
the
Red
games.
guy, personally.
Fire Red?
Fire Red.
That's another good, that's a classic. I mean, words cannot describe how great all this sounds. All the items that you named are, in fact, cool. I mean, they're actually amazingly awesome. Thanks, Chad, for joining us. I'll see you next time. I'll see you during Christmas.
All right. Yeah.
All right. You know what? Thank you for the flowers.
It was like my gift to the family.
Thank you.
No problem.
Make sure to put them in fire. Chad, everyone.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communication. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communication.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to kgur.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't get the boom in this shot. Blowing it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
Tis the season for pumpkin spice lattes, cuddling with a special someone, and finally, for the ladies to properly wear those Ugg boots in with your shortest booty shorts, just to prove you don't care about seasons. It is also the time for the Judge Mike. Now, I took an East Coast vacation with the fam bam and was looking for a place to eat. This was on my leftover swap app. Instead, I found a bunch of Thursday biatches, as it were. It said that these dehydrated pet foes were marching and sightseeing up on Heatherton Elementary School in Cap City. I'm talking Wash, D.C., y'all. I convinced my peeps that we were going to the zoo and that we were able to get up close and personal with the animals. Once we arrived, my son was rather disappointed and embarrassed. These filthy animals were shouting, "Do you like the Hunger Games?" And "I'm friends with your dad from work." And "Cool backpack. Let's go to the boom boom room." There were millions of these pet foes who had traveled from many places across the nation. They approached the schoolyard, driving late 90s model sedans, wearing hooded jackets. Even some of them marched as they waved Game Boy players and Snickers bars before us. After their rally, we followed them. They visited Toys R Us. They visited the house of third grader Timmy Hatcher. And they visited the National Zoo. Then it all happened so fast. A squad surrounded them, throwing happy gas grenades at the helpless mob. Then the men in black tied them up one by one, chained the crimeless citizens to the walls of the empty zoo habitats. I screamed at the squad. Why? Why did you chain up these lovers of liberty? They said. "Who are you? Don't bother us." It's about time we held these filthy animals in captivity. And my little fam band didn't understand what I was so upset about. I was disgusted. They just yelled, "Kill the hippies!" I say, nay, these wrongdoers do not deserve to be confined from society. They are people, just like you and me. There is not a simple difference between us all. Now you can help out these fellow Americans by calling toll-free to donate 25 cents and help take action against their imprisonment at 1-800-88-PEDO-69. That's 1-800-88-PEDO-69. 25 cents. That sucker could buy a rainbow gumball. Call now, and you'll even receive a free t-shirt. You must be 13 years or younger to call. In other young boy news, in Minneapolis, a 9-year-old boy jumped on a light rail train and headed to the airport. With no boarding pass or no identification, the boy passed through security and boarded a plane headed for Las Vegas. After a while, though, the flight attendant started to doubt the boy's story, that his parents were sitting in the back of the plane. This incident was a real-life plot to Home Alone 5. The flight attendants alerted Las Vegas police that they had a stowaway on board. When authorities asked the boy why he wanted to go to Las Vegas, the adorable little scamp replied, "I always bet on black." So, I guess when they say Vegas baby, they mean baby. That's what I'm talking about. If you're 9 years old and want to go to Vegas, you better go pimp style. Yay. Oh, newsflash. The Yale perpetrator, the Yale student who was caught using his Yale free time, putting his own Yale feces into Yale dormitory laundry dryers, has yet to be found. But this disgusting prankster has way too much time on his hands. Doesn't he know you want your sheets as soft as a baby's butt, not smelling like one? So I say, nay. Next story. Creator and billionaire Ty Warner has been convicted of tax evasion of $32 million. He cannot pass go. In light of his legal troubles and jail time, he will have a lot of creative time. We suggest he capitalizes on his publicity. How about creating a special edition Beanie Baby called Convict Beanie? How about that, Ty Warner? I say nay, because his birthday can be the day he steps foot into a federal penitentiary. Once again, Miley Cyrus comes in like a wrecking ball and shocks the world by lighting up a fat joint on stage of the MTV European Music Awards, right before accepting the Best Video Award for Wrecking Ball. Miley's decided to pull out a joint and light it. Given the fact that the Music Awards were in Amsterdam, it makes sense that Miley would have a joint on her, but the fact that she would pull it out on stage without passing it around, first, a Bogart Miley Cyrus really is. So, I say nay, Miley Cyrus. I support you, but not on this term. Now, a 22-year-old Chinese man who was involved in a traffic accident has grown a nose on his forehead after suffering a severe nasal trauma. The subsequent treatment causes nasal cartilage to corrode. Desperately needed a new sniffer Frankenstein-esque. Doctors grafted cartilage from his rib to grow his nose on his forehead. Upon viewing the video, the consensus first reaction among females was, ew. Conversely, for males, it was, wow, cool. After 8 months, doctors say the nose is in good shape and the transplant will be performed soon. Dude, thanks for the life lesson. And don't walk in the rain or take a shower. So I say, yay for stem cell research. Now, Judge Mike has spoken. We'll be right back after the break. Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Cuesta.edu. Television, radio, broadcast, communications. Explore the world of digital communication and tap into your creative genius. Television, radio, broadcast, communication.
This is your boy, the DUI, and you're listening to KGUR.org.
Your digital future is at Cuesta College right now. Log on to Cuesta.edu now for enrollment dates and class information.
Don't get the boom in the shot. Blown it, bro.
Cuesta.edu.
Welcome back. It's now time for my ode to the FCC. Now, this whole net neutrality thing has sparked a massive amount of controversy. If net neutrality is banned, the FCC will gain the right to regulate and control what one can access on the internet. Don't they control enough of mass media? Isn't the internet supposed to be a wild and open frontier? I mean, what the fuck, FCC? I'm so disappointed in you! Anywho, the Federal Communications Commission does a fantastic job of regulating American media. Without them, when your children come home from school or vegetate on your couch, they wouldn't be able to watch wholesome educational programs such as ones that teach you how to kill zombies, how to make moonshine, and abort unwanted teenage pregnancies, or learn how to twerk like Miley Cyrus. Well, it's a sad society we live in. That's it for me, guys. I might see you again if the FCC doesn't cut us from the airwaves. And to you I say goodnight. Are we off? Excuse me. Are we off? We're off? Oh, Jesus. You know what? I hate this fucking job. Jesus. The stool just like rapes my ass, and this mustache just wants to like, I don't know, just ruin my mouth. And this isn't even a script. This is an RTA bus schedule. A bus schedule! Fuck this. Whoever wrote this is a crappy editor. You know? They need another editor. They need to kill that editor. They need to bury him with all the other editors. Oops. Did I just say that? I done fucked up our television program. I'm sorry. Jordan, where's my coffee? Jordan, yeah. Give me that coffee. Yeah? No, not the Starbucks. Starbucks sucks. Yeah, there we go. I like that decaf. Thanks. Thank you. We're cutting, right?
Sometimes I dream that he is me. Got to see that's how I dream to be.
I dream I'm